Hello students, today we are going to study paddy or rice. There is a difference between paddy and rice, that paddy is a word used to the end product of rice, the grain which is having cell, that is called paddy, but rice is the product that is used for cooking. Here in this case, let us go to botanical name Oryza sativa L. There are various botanical names different in different countries, but varieties belong to this Oryza sativa L is grown on large scale. Family is Gramini, and we know that in this family the root system is adventitious, and origin of this paddy is southeast part of Asia. Means there is no exact location, but rice is grown in all over the world, and prominently it is grown on large scale in South India. Here in this case of paddy, there are different varieties, and these varieties belong to different species. First of all, this is Oryza sativa L. Then there are Oryza sativa var indica, Oryza sativa var japonica, Oryza sativa var japonica, and others. This botanical name is to be written in italic, and the first letter should be capital, second should be small. This is the nomenclature used in all over the world. In this Oryza sativa L, L is there. L means it is the name of that scientist who has given or introduced research in rice. So after every botanical name there is a particular capital letter indicating name of the concerned scientist. As we have just seen that Gramini family this crop belongs to. So Gramini family has different specialities like having adventitious root system, parallel vennal system, then economic part, that is a panicle having grains, and the height of the plant is almost 2 to 2.5 feet depending upon the varieties. As the how this origin is decided, this is decided on the basis of first time when the crop was grown. Though this is grown in all over the world, but for the first time rice was grown in South India as per the history of rice. So South India and Southeast Asia is considered to be origins of rice crop. Again, in this case of details, we shall see later on. But remember that the uses of rice are in multiple numbers. There are thousands of uses, but the most important use, that this rice is used as a staple food by 60% or over more than 60% population in all over the world. So this is consumed in different forms. Rice is cooked or it is para cooked and then it is consumed, because rice has some nutritive values Rice grains contain carbohydrate on large scale, some quantity of protein, fats are also available, minerals and vitamins are also available. The bran of rice contains 18 to 20% edible oil. Nowadays, this oil is available in market on large scale, and this oil is considered to be healthier than other oils available in market. It is also believed that the cholesterol level can be maintained by consuming this rice bran edible oil. Another use that the straw of rice, a straw of paddy, is used for making manures, green manures. It is also used for mulching. Mulching means covering of the soil after giving irrigation to avoid evaporation. It is also used as a padding material in different industries, and moreover, this is used as for thatching of huts in different rural areas all across the world, particularly in India and Africa and other such countries. Husk of rice is also used as a fuel, and nowadays this husk, out of this husk, bricks are made, and these bricks are used as a building material for construction of various buildings. Now, these bricks made out of rice husk are light in weight. They are also used as a fuel, particularly in sugar industries and other industries, which is used as a substitute for other fuel. This from this husk, manure also can be prepared on a large scale. It is to be decomposed in a pit or by using different various methods of making manures. Husk can be used. Previously, in ASEAN countries, this was used as a fuel on large scale. Now let us see other uses of rice also. Just we have studied that this is used as a rice bran is used. Now this paddy husk is also used. Another thing that the husk of paddy is also used as fodder to feed cattle, because this husk is uh, most palatable, soft tissues, so animals can chew it easily and could digest it. So there is more demand. This is also used, husk is also used for packing of various brittle articles like crockeries, glasswares, and different. Some fruits are needed to be artificially ripened. For that purpose, this rice husk is used. Then sometimes the inferior quality rice, or that we call broken rice, while pounding of paddy, we get some seeds of rice broken. Hence, this broken rice is used as a poultry feed, which is more economic and easily available all around the poultry rearers. Other products of rice, particularly in Indian climate, we can see that this rice is used for making of murmura, that is called parched rice. The rice, the paddy is s- uh, soaken in water, and then it is baked in a particular oven that produces murmura. Another is lahi, that is a parched paddy. From this paddy, we can make lahi. Moreover, poha, it is also used all over the world. That is called beaten rice poha, which is very flat, and it is the best product used in many countries. Then come to the another use of rice. The rice grain have important place in ceremonies in the Indian culture. It is used at the time of birth, used on the occasions of marriage, funerals, and various religious occasions. So this rice has multiple uses. That's why there is a more demand to this product, particularly in India and other Asian countries. There are various rice research institutes in India. The Central Rice Research Institute is located at Cuttack in Odisha. Another rice research station is located at Karzat in Maharashtra. These two are important rice research institutes. Moreover, there are other institutes also located all over the world, and as per their climatic condition, soil condition, water availability, and other factors, research is carried out on rice, and various varieties are developed as per the local climate. The third research station is at Tulzapur in Marathwada area of Maharashtra, where rice varieties are developed which are suitable for drought areas having high temperature and less rainfall, and there is no facility of irrigating the lands. So, rice research station at Tulzapur in Maharashtra is known for the rice varieties which are used in dry method of rice cultivation. Other various rice research stations are spread all over India, like International Rice Research Institute located at Hyderabad in Telangana state, which is known for evaluation of rice varieties which could be grown in almost all countries of the world. So that's why it is called as International Rice Research Station. Then let us have a look at areas where rice is grown on large scale. First of all, considering the world production of rice, India ranks first in area and first in production of rice in the world. It means there is a highest production of rice and highest area is under cultivation of rice compared with other countries of the world. In India, particularly in Maharashtra, rice is grown in Konkan and Vidarbha regions on a large scale. It is so because water availability is ample and the climatic condition, particularly rainfall, is more suitable for cultivation of rice. And to be noted that the varieties grown at different areas have different specialities. Now let us remember the important points. There are important 23 species of rice, out of which only 2 are cultivated. Remember that these are the 23 species. Out of these 2 are cultivated, and out of these 2 species, Oryza sativa L, as we have seen in the first slide, is cultivated in different parts of the country and world. So rice contributes 27% of total cereal grain production in the world. The unhusked grain, that is seed, it is grown and that is called paddy. When it is pounded, Then the seed is taken out, that is husked or hulled, it is milled and polished to produce white rice. So white rice is the product which is ready to cook and consume. Despite other different products just we have studied, this rice and paddy are used for making various industrial products also. As per the taste of the people and demand of the people, rice products, byproducts are made. Now let us go ahead. What is the requirement of soil? In India, rice, now paddy, we can use word paddy. Paddy is grown particularly in alluvial soils. In Maharashtra, paddy is grown in different kinds of soils having different varieties. It is also grown in khar lands, in coastal saline regions. It means rice also can be grown in the saline and acidic soils also. In south part of Konkan of Maharashtra state, there is a lateritic soil which is most suitable for cultivation of rice compared with other parts in India. This rice requires a pH, soil pH between 5.5 to 7, means acidic pH is considered to be good for cultivation of rice. But if the pH goes above 7, means the soil becomes alkaline, then it may affect the growth of the plant. So rice production, paddy production prefers acidic condition of soil. Let us move over to another slide. What is the climate requirement? As we have just seen about the soil, now in this case of rice, what is the climatic requirement? Rice is the only crop in the world which can be grown in any climatic condition and any soil condition. But agronomic point of view, rice is a tropical crop. It means it is grown in higher temperature zones, but it also can be grown in other regions, climatic zones like subtropical and temperate. So there are three kinds of agroclimatic zones: tropical, subtropical and temperate. Tropical means which tropical crop means that crop which requires more temperature. Temperate region is that region where the temperature is quite less, it is cold, and subtropical means it is intermediate. Important point is that the optimum temperature requirement for good growth of paddy is between 20 to 37 degree centigrade. Means when temperature goes below 20 and above 37, the growth is affected. It is grown in all rainfall areas, but if the annual rainfall is more than 1000 mm, then cultivation of rice can be done with getting tremendous production. Let us move to another slide. Methods of cultivation of rice. There are four important methods of cultivation of rice adopted all over the world. One, that is called dry cultivation. Second is called semi-dry cultivation. Third is called wet cultivation. And the last one, that is intensive or Japanese method of rice cultivation. Now these names of these cultivation have been derived as per water requirement of rice for the particular crop. Dry cultivation means where rice is grown only on rainfall available, means there is no extra supply of water. In semi-dry cultivation, that water can be given. Now let us go one by one detail. So this is the dry cultivation. This is followed in less irrigation facilities where are available, or where the rainfall available is inadequate and the rainfall pattern is uncertain. Means in short, in dry areas, in rainfed areas, this dry cultivation of rice is adopted. In this case, first of all, the fields are plowed after harvesting of the previous crop, or after summer showers. Land is made clean, and then uh, sowing of paddy can be done by drilling method or dibbling of seed behind plow. Drilling method is generally used in India and African countries also, but the plant to plant and row to row distance cannot be maintained correctly. But even then, this drilling method is a comparatively good method, because this method facilitates intercultivation like weeding and other application of other manures and fertilizers. Second method, that is the semi dry cultivation. This is used uh, where the some part of life of rice is under dry and some is underweight. Means whenever rainfall is not good and irrigation facilities are available, that we can give irrigation. So that is some part of rice life is in wet condition. Secondly, that this rainwater, in this method rainwater is impounded when crop is about 1.5 to 2 months, 1.5 to 2 months. And because of that, water gets accumulated to a depth of 10 to 15 centimeter by the end of July, and then shallow plowing is done. So this, in this method, weed growth is suppressed and intercultivation can be done. So in this method there is a less growth of weed, and that will reduce cost over interculturing. So in short, this semi-dry method of rice cultivation, crop grows on moisture available in the bunded fields. We have to remember that the varieties grown are different. Varieties grown in dry method, semi-dry method, wet method, intensive method are different. One variety cannot be used in other methods of cultivation. Let us move to another slide. Third is wet cultivation. Name itself indicates that full water is given. Firstly, land is plowed thoroughly and puddled condition is made when there is 3 to 5 centimeters standing water in the field. Means water is late accumulated in the field, and in that standing water shallow plowing is done, so that will make puddled condition. In this condition, the seedlings which are already grown in nursery, they are transplanted, and sometimes directly seeds, soaked seeds also can be grown, but it is preferred that seeds are to be separately grown in raised beds, and they are brought here and transplanted in the wet land or puddled field. If it is not possible, the sprouted seeds also can be broadcasted directly in the puddled field. That will also help in grow. So important thing in this wet method of rice cultivation is that transplanting of seedlings is done in the main field. So generally direct sowing is not done in wet cultivation, but seedlings which are grown somewhere, they are brought and transplanted. But this method, wet cultivation method, gives good quality rice and good production, ample production is available. But the problem is that this requires ample water. Irrigation facilities are also to be made available. This method cannot be used in dry condition or rain-fed condition. So every method of cultivation has advantages and disadvantages. Now let us see which are the advantages of wet method of rice cultivation. Firstly, the plant population is more uniform, means plant stand is also more uniform. We can get calculated number of plants in the field. Second advantage is that seed rate is comparatively less than other methods. Particularly in dry cultivation, more seed rate is required, but in wet cultivation, less seed rate is required. Farmers can get sufficient time for land preparation. Then there is less growth of weed, so expenditure to be incurred on weeding is reduced because we are growing seedlings directly in the puddled condition or in the controlled condition. This also helps to control pests and diseases. Uh, Compared with other methods, the number of pests and number of diseases is less. So this is the advantage. These are the advantages of wet method of rice cultivation. Now let us move to another slide. But before that, we have to understand that this method, around wet method, is used in less part of India. Particularly, it is not used in Maharashtra, but it is used in southern parts of India, like Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and other southern states, where they are habituated of wet cultivation. Let us move to another slide. What is the seed rate? Seed rate actually depends upon the kind of or method of cultivation we are going to follow. But drilling method, 60 to 70 kilogram rice seed per hectare is used. But in broadcasting method, seed rate is more, 80 to 100 kilogram per hectare is required. Why it is so? Because in broadcasting method, spacing cannot be particularly maintained, so more number of plants are to be grown. That's why in broadcasting method the seed rate is more. But generally drilling method is followed, where the seed rate is also comparatively less. Again in wet cultivation, seed rate again goes down. Means as per the number of plants to be grown, the seed rate depends. If seed rate is more, means plants are more. Now here seed selection and seed treatment. Before sowing of seed, we have to select the seeds. Now these seeds should be selected from high yielding varieties, as we have discussed that various varieties are available. More than 4,000 varieties of rice are available in all over the world. But we have to select those varieties which are high yielding, which are the seeds should be very clean, viable. Then after selection of seeds, we have to give treatment of 1% KCl solution for 12 hours to improve germination and improve vigor. Seed also can be treated with 3% brine solution, means common salt solution. Then organomercurial compound solution can be used like cupresson, Paranox, cupravit, and in this solution the seeds are to be dipped for 10 to 15 minutes. This will prevent the attack of blast and blight diseases. Treatment to seeds also can be given by using streptocycline and wettable cereson. This will control bacterial leaf disease. And moreover, hot water treatment also can be given to the seed, where the seeds can be dipped in 52 to 54-degree temperature water for half an hour. This will control bacterial blight. As per the kind of soil and infestation of diseases, we have to give different treatment to seed, and sometimes in some fields different diseases occur every year. So accordingly, separate seed treatment is to be given. But brine solution treatment is compulsory, whatever it may be. Streptocycline, this treatment is important to control all bacterial diseases like leaf blight. Number of bacterial diseases affect rice crop and other crops. So this treatment also can be given to another crops also, along with cereson. Cereson is a organomercurial compound. This is vegetable powder. It can dissolve in water easily, and this tetracycline and cereson, the solution is made using these two, and in this solution seeds are dipped for 10 to 15 minutes. Usually, please remember that seeds are to be dipped in these solutions for 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. Otherwise, possibly it may affect the germination capacity of the seed. Now, let us go to various types of nurseries. As just we have studied four methods of rice cultivation, accordingly, nurseries are also to be developed. First is a wet nursery. This wet nursery is used to develop to grow seedlings which are to be transplanted in a wet field. So in this wet nursery, land is plowed during summer, then water, standing water is given for 5 to 6 centimeter depth, and then 3 to 4 plowings are to be given. That will make the puddled condition, and in this puddled condition, muddy condition, we have to sow the seeds. Previously, we can also uh, apply a well decomposed compost or farm yard manure at the rate of 10 tons per hectare, or green leaf manure also can be applied at the rate of 8 to 10 tons per hectare. Now, this green manure or uh, farm yard manure will grant good field condition, good viable condition for growth of plant. At the outset, there will be growth of seedlings. So this is important. Another, that after puddling, after making the muddy condition, puddled condition, the field is to be leveled. For this purpose, we can use wooden planker for leveling, and small beds are made of 1 meter width and suitable length, and half meter wide channel should be kept all around the this bed. This is required for drainage purpose. So sprouted seeds are later on broadcasted in the field. So the seed rate for sprouted seed is uh, 350 to 450 kilogram in 1 hectare of nursery. So when we use 350 to 450 kilogram seed in 1 hectare nursery, that will provide seedlings which are sufficient to transplant in 10 to 12 hectares of land. So apparently seed rate looks to be more, but it is not so. Then let us have a look at another